PFL has begun anew. They are completely revamping and renewing their entire brand. Right now, the format of the fights in the PFL, the Professional Fighters League, is completely changing. Let's take a look at this. The World 2025 tournament starting in April. 8 weight classes, 8 fighters per weight class, single elimination tournament, no points system, all fights with elbows. The tourney will kick off in April, semis in June, finals in August, quarters and semis will be 3-round bouts, and finals will be 5 rounds. Big time stuff here from the PFL. Big changes coming forward. Let's get into it right now.
One shot.
One shot to prove I am the champ.
One shot to prove that I belong with the best.
One shot at greatness.
One shot to accomplish their goal. Who will meet the moment? Coming this April, the PFL changes the game again. The $20 million PFL World Tournament. The best MMA fighters from around the world.
Oh my goodness!
Single elimination. One shot to survive.
Oh!
8 weight classes, 8 fighters in each, with just one shot to realize their dream.
One shot to make a grind pay out.
Wow!
One shot for my family.
Oh!
Uma chance para inspirar meu país.
The PFL World Tournament. Single elimination. One shot to become the champion.
Wow, okay, so they're fixing the entire problem with the PFL from the beginning. The point system is too convoluted. The season format with the playoffs is too convoluted, too difficult to have people go through 4 or 5 fights within a single calendar year that isn't even 12 months. It's only about 8 to 9 months. This is much better. Everything about what they are doing is superior to the old format. However, I simply do not care enough, nor do many of the fans care for the PFL. They cannot even manage to sell out 2,000 to 6,000 seat arenas across the United States. They have trouble getting fans in the seat because nobody really cares about the PFL. We care about the fighters involved. And now instantly, this new tournament style will get people and fans more invested in single fighters rather than a season format where somebody could lose and get a first round knockout and move on, despite somebody else winning 2 fights that year. It's a very convoluted system that they have now corrected. Let's take a look at what Ariel Helwani had to say about this. PFL announced the changes to its formats that we reported back on Monday earlier this week. The season is dead. Bellator is dead. It's 8 weight classes, 8 fighters, single elimination. The winner will get $500,000 in each weight class. So that's 8 times $500,000 to be doled out by the PFL by the end of this year. The season starts in April, as we discussed, airs on ESPN in America. So that's going to be staying the same. It's going to be on ESPN, ESPN Plus, ESPN2. These are the brackets. No fighters yet announced, but things are coming to fruition. The first round, as we talked about, says up here April 3rd, 11th, 18th, and TBD. The semifinal will be June 12th, June 20th, June 27th, finals in August 15th, 1st, 21st. Big time stuff. They're making moves. They're not stacking an entire card worth of big time fights and all the championship fights on one. They're splitting it up. They're splitting up all of these tournaments. So that's going to be interesting what they fill the rest of the cards with. Or is it just going to be 3 or 4 fights on a card? That would be interesting. A little short not 1 hour, but 2-3 hour show every Friday or Saturday night. That would be interesting, in my opinion. Let's see what we've got. Semifinals for the women's flyweight. So 125 for the women's. That's the only women's division. We've got the bantamweights, the featherweights, the lightweights, 35, 45, 55, welterweight at 70, middleweight 185, 205 for the light heavyweights, and then finally heavyweights. So No flyweight for the men. Obviously, they don't have a ton of fighters over there. Neither does the UFC. They do both lack some depth there, but it's interesting that they are adding middleweight and bantamweight. That is definitely new for the PFL, and it's going to be highlighting a big division for them. Patchy Mix fights in the bantamweight division, and Johnny Eblen fights in the 185 division. They both have now, Bellator combined with the PFL, they have some solid 135 and 185 rosters. Before this, the PFL 135 roster did not even exist until they absorbed Bellator. So going forward, this is very interesting. Let's get one more look at the comment section. Ariel Helwani, the champions will be traditional champs now. They will compete on other events, so this is completely separate from the new PFL champions. Will they be the former Bellator champions and be renamed the PFL champions, or will they be something completely new and all of these belts have to be fought in a vacant format? So the winner of these tournaments won't be champions. So the winners do not become champions like they had in the past. Unclear if the winner will get an immediate title shot. That would be interesting, as in like you fight April, fight June, fight August, you win the tournament, and then you fight maybe November, December against the Bellator PFL champion. That would be very interesting. This is an upgrade in my opinion as well. Ariel, we agree on that for once. Season, standings, points, and all that don't belong in fighting. Makes it too convoluted. So what do you guys think about this? Let me know in the comments down below.